Folks, what the crap's going on? The Salt Dragon here with the Grand Cathay campaign, and yes, it's legendary. Legendary for many reasons. One, because I'll frequently screw up and get people killed, but two, because it's legendary difficulty, and three, because you're here. Thank you for being here. Sorry I'm a couple days behind, folks. Yes, we're going to continue. When I ended the turn in order to save my game, because it's legendary, we were attacked. Grimgor did make his way to Taizu and attack it, which is, I honestly kind of Nostradamus this because honestly the AI is really easy to predict. And I said, hey, he'll probably just scoot past us and go attack a settlement that will be pointless for him, and he'll get damaged, and then we'll catch up to him and kill him, because that's the way the AI plays. It doesn't know how to play a long game. It only knows how to play the how can I do some damage to you quickly and without any thought whatsoever to my future victory. So Grimgor went and got himself all damaged up. He's now in force march after hitting Taizu. Should be well within range of my two armies. Those armies are taking a little attrition right now, which kind of sucks, but we might be able to catch and kill Grimgor. I would love it if it would let me auto-resolve. However, many of you all have been wanting to see the War Elephants in action. And honestly, that does sound like a lot of fun to see these War Elephants in action. So guess what you're going to get to see? War Elephants in action. So I'm going to bring these two armies to bear against Mr. the Ironhide. And this is going to be a pretty epic brawl. So finally we're going to catch him here. Again, that was like his last little hurrahs, like, hey, I know you're going to catch me, and I know I'm going to lose, but I'll go out of my way, attack your settlement, weaken myself, and make it easier for you to kill me. I guess at which point I say thank you, sir. Thank you for doing your best to help Grand Cathay be victorious in this regard. Because quite honestly, like if the AI knew how to put together a, kind of like a consistent, just imagine, with the trouble I've been having stopping the Greenskins, right? I had to fall back, I had to find more defensive positions to fight from. Just imagine what that would have been like, having 6 of these guys come through all at once and staying in a big horde, forcing me to fight their large horde. We'd be screwed, and they'd be able to move together within our territory and do whatever they want. So again, the AI totally has the capability to make life miserable for the player. And sometimes, you know what, it's nice. I'm actually just going to talk as we load into this one, because I'm going to talk about this. Sometimes it's nice that we get chances to overcome the AI, right? It makes the player feel successful strategically and tactically and stuff like that. However, this is legendary difficulty, right? You would expect the AI to not make elementary mistakes like this. So I guess where I'm going with this is here. I think it's cool that the AI makes mistakes every now and then. It needs to. It shouldn't be absolutely perfect, because then it would just make life miserable for the player. So again, I would love to see it eventually, though, be where as you scale up the difficulty to legendary, the AI just gets better with its decision making, less errors, less mistakes, and they start to make life a lot more challenging for you as you get buried late into a game. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of set up a defense perimeter. I'll just start with my characters here, and then we'll kind of move over. Should be relatively. I'm actually going to put these guys over here. Go ahead and put those guys along that flank. I think we're right at the map border. Yeah, we are. Okay, so this should work. The attrition on our cannons. This is another thing CA needs to fix. My cannons took attrition. You can see the attrition's not bad, but even though we're not down to a third, past a third of our original health, we still lost guns in the cannon detachment, so this is stupid. It needs to be fixed. You'll lose a cannon immediately on the first turn of attrition, despite the fact that that doesn't really make sense, like it'd just be a few of your crew. So that's really irritating, to be honest. Now remember, our elephants are also cannons of a sort. I don't know exactly what kind of cannon. It looks like armor piercing. It doesn't do a ton of missile strength. It may actually not be a cannon. I think it's just these guys shooting from the thing up in top. So I think they're just a combo low armor, high damage, monstrous unit that has the added benefit of putting a few ranged shots into your enemies. I'm going to go ahead and probably just aim these crane guns this direction. We'll have reinforcements coming. Is this a Lord Magistrate? It's our only Lord Magistrate. Let's look at his stats are. These stats, like for the Lord Magistrate, I think there's two things they could do to make him interesting. One, like, I think it's fine, like, if they leave all his stats and stuff like this and just make his abilities more interesting. The Lord Magistrate should have abilities that specifically focus on making the Cathayan army more effective in combat, I think, and with morale. And he does have a few, but they're really lame and not very interesting, which is why you see me constantly pick a Dragon-Blooded Shugengen Lord. So if people are wondering why I do that, it's because the Lord Magistrate sucks, and I think it would be very easy for Creative Assembly to make him not suck. They would just have to add a few different skills, and I think it pretty much solves the problem. So I'd love to see that be done. That would be a lot of fun. Let's go ahead and start the battle. I'm going to get my cannons focused in over here. I mean, we could shoot at Grimgor, but I'm actually going to target those Orc Boars. Oh, actually, no, we're going to target the Arachnarok Spider. Now, I'm going to see if I can get the elephants into range. They have 200 range. Our cannons might want to hit our own elephants, so I'm going to kind of try and stay over here. Ah! The shrine is in our way. Look at that cannonball hit the shrine and just bounced right down. The Arachnarok Spider is moving over, though, so it might move into a position where we have a clear line of sight. Thank you, that was very nice of you, Greenskins. Appreciate that. We just bounced a cannonball right off that thing. I believe we're under fire. We are. Our crane gunners are under fire right now from their artillery. Our elephants should open fire. Let's see what kind of stuff they do. I think it's just like a gunner up in here. I don't think it's anything fancy. Have they even fired? I haven't even seen them shoot yet. It's like they don't know what to shoot at. It says they're firing, but I don't... Maybe these units need some more work because they're not firing at all. Will they fire at the Arachnarok? It's a huge target. No. Interesting. So yeah, the elephant guns are not firing. There could be some kind of interference from the map. I'm not 100% sure. We're getting some decent damage done on the Arachnarok Spider. Grimgor is not going to get any reinforcements, yet I am. So I'm not really sure what his angle is for not wanting to fight me.
Seeking opportunity.
I already had one cannon move out of position. It's another CA, please. CA can't seem to get their crap together with line of sight on ranged units, which honestly is starting to get a little bit beleaguering.
Guided by ancestors.
March in order the ranks.
March in ordered ranks. Oh, some of you are also been telling me to take my character or my units off of formation attack. I'll remember to do that here because people were saying that last they had checked, it really badly hurts your combat performance. So good to know. Thank you for the reminder.
Jade crossbows. It is fated. Stone and steel.
Crane guns back there. There we go. Woo! What did we get hit by here? Their artillery must be super effective at the moment.
Defenders of Cathay.
So do you all think you can shoot at the spider without repositioning all stupid? Not sure whether they can or not. I've got my rockets opening fire. The Greenskins should soon be convinced to head our direction. We're being hit by Doom Divers, I think? No, it's a rock lobber. It's not going to last long. I'm going to clog up this entry. Okay, the elephants are firing now. Yeah, it must have been the map getting in their way. I'm gonna summon the Ancestral Warriors here, just to kind of gum up the works. Grimgor's healing. He's got a healing potion. He may be healing, just straight up healing. No, it was just his healing potion. So Grimgor has gotten considerably stronger. That's not good. It's very non-ideal. I've got a lot of units of crane guns, and I've got these elephants. Let's go ahead and maybe start seeing if we can shoot Grimgor, now that our guys decided to shoot. Any hit points we can pick off of him, the better. We did manage to get rid of the... That shrine is horribly annoying. It's blocking so many of my shots. I've got a sword beam out here. Speaking of, let's take all our infantry and remove them from formation attack. There we go. We're getting a little bit of damage done on Grimgor. We got cannons coming in. We got elephants doing their thing. Let's fall back with the elephants and try and pull Grimgor well within range of the crane guns. Our Ancestral Warriors did a great job of just gumming up the the point of entry here for the greenskins, causing them to take additional damage. I'm gonna go ahead and finish that goblin rock lobber. Grimgor's kind of coming after my ancestral warriors, and that's fine. I'm gonna keep these elephants kind of out of the way of my guns so they don't hurt line of sight, because we've got a vicious gun line set up over here. Even Grimgor is gonna be a pretty big risk here, and it looks like he is taking fire from crane guns. I've still got my cannons targeted on him. I did not put my rockets into a defensive mode, so we best to do that. Looks like we've got a unit of Orc Boar Biggins inbound. Let's shoot them up a little bit with their elephants and then charge them. You actually get a decent bit of fire out of those elephants. I'm guessing that 4 Boar Biggins, despite being anti-large, are not... Yeah, that's... Elephants cause tremendous splash damage and are brutally effective against most everything in the game. They're not good against, like, really specific anti-large units. There goes Grimgor. See, this is how much fire it takes to bring Grimgor down. Remember, he was not even 100% health either. This dude is hard to kill. Like, hard to kill doesn't even begin to explain it. That's how much range fire we had to feed him to get him dead. It was no small amount, for anybody wondering. Okay, I'm gonna fall back just a little bit. And let's just turn our crossbows out here to face this. And then we've got plenty of magic. Let's maybe drop a Comet of Kazandora right here. Damage up some of these guys, and then we'll kind of bail our elephants out. So, pretty easy battle here, as I expected it would be. Grimgor made a huge mistake by weakening himself prior to this battle and not coming with reinforcements. So again, the AI just no eye on the prize. Man, that Comet may have damaged our own elephant a lot right there. That's okay. So that's going to be a pretty clean, clear victory for us. I'm going to let the rockets rain down on these guys as they flee. And that should be the end of Grimgor's army. I don't think they're actually going to be able to flee because they were in a forced march stance. So I'm just going to get a couple more cheap shot kills here just to enjoy it for myself. So there we go. See you all on the map. Do y'all remember me saying how much damage the AI can do with an artillery piece? Look at this. This thing got 96 kills and 2,300 value despite only having 2 catapults coming into the battle. The AI will decimate you with range and artillery on these settings, so you do not want to have a standoff with them unless you have a distinct advantage. And so again, earlier when I was avoiding the Hell Cannon from Archaon, some of you might have thought I was being a little bit obscene. I was not. The Hell Cannon could easily destroy half of your army, easily, in a battle. And so you just have to be very aware of those situations and not allow it to happen. So we did manage to get rid of Grimgor. That is great. We could have more enemies headed our way. So what we're going to do is I'm going to rush this army ahead and... Really, we take attrition like right next to the settlement? That is so obnoxious.
Rations will be provided.
Rations will be provided. It almost sounded for a second there like Russians will be provided, which is interesting to say the least. Now, how come I can't switch back? That's just downright infuriating. It wouldn't let me switch back. It's like it used movement points to switch and then wouldn't let me switch back.
Celestial glory.
Oh, okay. It looked like I was selected on that army too. Maybe it's right there. I thought I was selected on it and I wasn't. So maybe I was selected on the other army still, even though I somehow gave a move order to that other one. I'm trying to make sense of what just happened there, and it's not working for me. Passive ability, Will of the Dragons, Wind, Harmony, Sky Lantern. Sky Lantern mount, that's hilarious for the Lord Magistrate. Sky Lanterns aren't very good. If it was a Sky Junk, it might be a little... Both of them are honestly pretty bad. It would need to be some kind of special version to probably really do you much good. Okay, there we go. But one way or the other, we got that done. Taizu will be repaired. These armies are headed to the wall. In fact, Miao Ying is well on her way. Archaon is still threatening us outside the wall, but he really doesn't have an easy course through the wall. So he's not really going to be in any kind of great shape. I'm going to swing over here with Gotrek and Felix into the Dragon Gate. Kind of continue doing some recruiting with them. We're still making positive income. As these other armies come up, I can put them on the gate and save money, you know, to get our nest egg built back up. As you all know, we just went crazy with buildings all across the kingdom. And that's fine, because we just didn't need our giant nest egg at that point like we had been, potentially going to need it. So that's why I went ahead and just kind of spent up the money. Let's go ahead and increase our trade output there. Increase our income. Put defenses up. We all know we might need defenses in an unexpected time and fashion. We're going to need to put some expensive buildings into here at Wei Jin. We did build the Alchemist Tower, which is helping with local recruitment capacity. And when we do this one, it gives us a global recruit capacity. So we need to build plenty of these because that will help us a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then I'm going to save my money from here on out. Let's go take a look at the Caravan of Blue Roses and remind ourselves where they're at. So they have not spotted my ambush here. They have two forces very nearby that did not spot the ambushes, and they're coming straight towards us. If I end the turn, I think I go ahead and get that replenishment. We could try and kill them and just move back into our territory. I think I'm going to do that. And then this army, I'm just going to go ahead and lay an ambush. Well, actually, I'll stay in an ambush right where we're at because we have an excellent ambush chance right there in the middle of that road for some reason. Let's maybe go ahead and attack here.
Wind Shaper.
That way they don't see me and retreat.
Shaper of the 8 winds.
I'm gonna move as close as I can. I don't even know if I can move closer. Do we get... I'm not sure if there's room on the map for me to move up close enough here.
Wherever Cathay needs me.
Good time. Lord.
I still can't get this army to reinforce for some reason.
Master of Feng Shui.
Oh, that's because it's stuck in the encamp stance. Recruiting. I get it. Okay, alright. Well, maybe I just attack with these two? What kind of stuff do we got?
Cease.
Vampire armies here don't look insane by any means.
Celestial ancestors.
Which army would we want to probably attack with Miao Ying first, because his army's got like all these elite units. Yeah, it's going to hand us a pretty easy victory here, I think. I don't see any units disappearing.
Duty.
Good. Yeah, it handed us a very nice victory there. We'll take that one. I'll go ahead. The replenishment is pretty minimal, so I'll just go ahead and take the extra 1,500.
They are no threats now.
Yeah, so we got some nice loot off the vampires. For whatever reason, my income went up there when that happened.
The Celestial Blacksmith. Seeking rare substances.
For Cathay, it is my calling.
There we go. So I'm going to move both those armies back, let them continue to replenish. We have badly savaged the vampires, though they're going to replenish pretty quickly. Like you can see, this one's he's going to replenish all his troops rather quick. No big deal, though. Again, as long as we're putting a hurt on them and keeping them occupied, we're fine. Because at this point, we're rebuilding quite rapidly. We've got our harmony and balance. We could probably afford another couple of buildings, so I might go ahead and do that one at Kunlan in case we get another Skaven spawn back here. Hope not, but we've seen that that's a very real possibility throughout this campaign. Let's go ahead and build that up. If we can get access to good recruiting at Wei Jin, that could potentially be useful, so I'm going to put this building in there as well. And then, what else might be handy here? Nearby, at the Turtle Gate, I can recruit... I have a Celestial Armory, so maybe let's put something different here. How about like a cavalry recruiting potential there? Because then I'll have, yeah, kind of some recruiting spread out between these provinces here. So it's looking pretty good.
Ready to defend.
Miao Ying's going to get a proper army. Finally, I know a lot of you have been looking forward to that. It has certainly been a long time in the making, but let's take care of any unassigned skill points we have.
Stands ready.
Our Lord Magistrate here doesn't have a whole lot to offer, but let's maybe give him that passive. That might be helpful.
A tool of great
I actually am, yeah, I'm clearly not worried about what this guy's doing. I think he's just here for our harmony balance. Garrison Lord not moved. Let's take a look at the unassigned skill points. We do want to assign those where we can, because there might be useful things that we're getting. Stone Gaze, Shadows, so let's do the Storm of Shadows here. That's actually a pretty useful spell for slowing down a key unit so you can shoot it more. as it's inbound in a battle. Let's see, we got the Wujing War Compass, we got all the good stuff up there, we got most of this. Let's just throw this in the Mentor. I think it starts spreading skills potentially to other units, and then we've got some skill points here for Miao Ying. Remember the Iron Dragon, we were working on his own personal tree here. I like using Scarred Veteran, Deadly Blade, anything that gives us melee defense, stuff like that that makes them a better duelist is always what I'm looking for. So see, like Wound Maker over here is going to be really nice. And then, you know, there's another Blade Master, so we can start to turn him into quite the duelist.
A great boon to my
So
experiment.
that's one of the ways that I like to do. And I always do that last, of course. Whenever they're a magic character, for sure, I do it last in order to try and maximize the magic. Because magic allows you to output obscene amounts of damage. And don't get me wrong, having a strong melee character is also very handy, but I feel like that the magic is the best way to really output some stupid damage. Okay, let's see. Greasus wants me to join that war still. I'm not going to do that. Greasus is absolutely insane that he isn't begging Calidor for peace. Now, it's possible that Calidor won't give it to him. That, you know, I could totally see. Let's see here. We got the Reichland coming along. Caricatrin, Clan Angrand. There's a lot of dwarves in the world right now. And to be honest, if they're helping to kill greenskins in any manner, I'm cool with that. We do have the worry of that Wood Elf faction that's in my territory, in the south of my territory. Okay, Bloodwind Keep is going to be attacked. It's actually going to give me the victory. We couldn't sally and get the victory, but it's going to give me the victory as I defend it. That's hilarious. There's another stack of someone nearby, though, that's probably going to come finish me. That's fine, but still, that's hilarious that Archaon's faction has to take an L there. Own it, Archaon. Own that loss. Alright, we've started to push back the Caravan of Blue Roses. I'm excited about that. And Hail the Constance Control. Oof, that throws our balance off bad. Really nice, but yeah, it throws our balance off real bad. So we're not going to do that. Let's just execute the Alchemist, but it's not going to actually kill one of our characters. Okay, ambush foiled. I don't really care if the ambush was foiled, because it was mostly just to keep trying to trick these guys to come. So go back into an ambush there. This ambush, I don't know why this ambush was foiled. We must have had an agent walk through or something. But we've got the vampires held out of trouble. We can get into Shenyang, replenish this army, and we can watch for any more greenskin incursions at this point. We're rebuilding the Shrine of the Alchemist. Things are looking very nice here, very nice indeed. Alright, what do we want to put Miao Ying? She needs... Miao Ying definitely needs some good units. Let's get her inside of Nangao's. We'll stick her right here. She'll be really close to both of these recruiting opportunities. So with Miao Ying, she needs proper crossbows. We can recruit those locally. Now these are some good crossbows because of the upgrades that she gets. Don't get me wrong, those guys are amazing, but it's time to get some proper crossbows into her army. In fact, we'll probably focus her army mostly on crossbow damage and infantry. So we'll do that, and then it's going to take me a long time to fully...
Are you worthy?
I hope I'm worthy there.
Not tolerated.
Yeah, let's just get rid of some of these units. I'm going to start bringing in... No, I'm going to start bringing in
Serve me.
Celestial Dragon Guard halberds. So there we go. We'll be getting some new units in Miao Ying's army over the next few turns. We can always garrison her up here eventually as well, but for now, she'll be fine where she's at. I don't really want to put a whole lot extra with Gottrik's army, because I just don't want to eat up the cost, and I don't intend to go outside the wall, but their army could be a good way to kind of keep the wall safe. This army could come garrison the wall and save us some upkeep cost. That would be quite handy, in fact. There we go. So I'm going to keep scooting that army up. And then we are safe down here. In fact, we're probably getting to a position where we can start to push back against the Caravan of Blue Roses. Let's come look. We are strength rank 4. Let's go see who's number 1. So it's it's dwarves, basically. So Angrand is 1, 2, and 3 respectively, and then Blue Roses is right after us. So we have significantly reduced the Caravan of Blue Roses because they were all the way up at number 1. So we definitely put a dent in them. The Warhost of the Apocalypse has been knocked down quite a bit too. It's amazing that we are at strength rank 4 with the kind of power that we have. Others also mentioned that we can confederate this last Cathayan thing. We can, and then we would own the whole of Cathay. That would be pretty cool. And I will do that eventually. Right now, though, it's going to screw up all my balance and everything, and so I just assume not at the moment. I'm going to build a spice market here, and then to counterbalance that, we'll build the conscription office. That way we can get a little bit of extra income back there, or as I've begun calling it in this campaign, extra yin-come. So hopefully you'll appreciate my lame jokes. If you don't, then that's actually kind of intended. It should be painful. Alright, we're going to save our cash on the end of another turn here. It says we have Lords Not Moved. That I understand. Buildings are going to be upgradable. I do want to take care of any skill points we have. So the Alchemist, let's go ahead and do Evasion so we can open up Final Transmutation. Final Transmutation is a supremely powerful spell. Very useful. It does very good damage to single entities, especially if you can get them all in like a group inside the spell. However, that said, even if you only manage to like get it on just regular units, it can still do a lot of damage, especially with the lower entity count units. So Final Transmutation is a very good spell, very deadly. It takes a ton of magic, but it's a good one. Hopefully we can start to expand beyond our walls again, slowly and carefully here. We are going to need to push out. If we can help rebuild the ogres into a larger ally with a gigantic gut to help, put their gut between other factions and my own, that would be great. I would love it if we could run caravans, but that's never going to... This is insane, too. It's going to give me the victory here at the Foundry of Bones, so thank you, Auto-Resolve. I don't know what I need to do to repay you, but definitely appreciate your contributions to the cause of Grand Cathay. Now we have ambushes that got foiled. I am unsurprised. We had some vampires wander. That is a lot of Terrorgeist. Well, they have Morghouls too. Dang, man, 5 Terrorgeist? That is terrifying. Like, I'm gonna go ahead and re-enter that and see if we can catch these guys. I mean, our best ambush chance is right where we're at. For some reason, that's a very high ambush chance, and they're still spotting me, which, again, goes to show you that the AI definitely gets some nice benefits there. We are slightly out of balance because we just finished some research. I'm going to go ahead and throw some research back in the other direction. So we're 1 point into yin, which means we could use some yang. That is really cool. 5% resistance for Celestial Dragon Guard. Yeah, let's do that. It's going to take 5 turns to come back into balance. We could build a building to just go ahead and rebalance it on the next turn, and then we'll fix it the next time it comes up. I'm actually going to go ahead and do that, so let's just put a yang building in here. Some yang income. Okay. And we did a ton of building upgrades. I want to rebuild Jingpo. That's going to be pretty expensive, so let's go ahead and do that. We should see our income start to pop up over the next few turns as well. Like right now, for instance, the income didn't really drop, even though we got out of balance. That's a good indicator that we have made some progress. That army is going to step up into this province, and we'll see our income jump as well. Yep, see there? That's how much it helps to build these buildings that reduce your cost. It helps the Great Bastion be a very cost-effective place to mount a defense.
The dragon-blooded.
Alright, we just need to finish a little bit of replenishment, and then these forces will be ready to move back against the Caravan of Blue Roses. In fact, we could probably go ahead and begin that movement process now. Let's do so. Let's see how far everybody... I'm going to put everybody into an encamp stance. We're going to move together. So the Iron Dragon will move up. Hopefully the vampires did not set a counter ambush for me, because that would be bad.
The path of destiny.
There we go. Everybody's going to be in an encamp stance, and we're going to go back on the offensive, folks. Back on the offensive. These armies can likely do the same, so we're going to jump, like I said, fully back on the offensive. I say fully, cautiously back on the offensive. Let's say it that way. We're going to very cautiously... Oh, wow, Veil of Titans is under control of Archaon. We definitely want to stop that. We don't want Archaon to have a route into here, because if he joins an army and comes flying down in here, that would be quite bad. So we've got our 2 armies heading to
Warden
cut
of
him
the
off.
Great Bastion.
Excellent. Miao Ying's army is looking quite a bit better. I'm going to
Are
cut this
you
unit. Can we go ahead and get our Regiment of Renown back? Yes, we can.
to fight
So we've
for
got the
me
Green
is
Guardian
honor.
back. And we're going to continue the recruiting from Miao Ying.
Storm Dragon.
Excellent. Things are looking very nice at the moment, very nice. It's funny the AI wasn't able to retake the Red Fortress, or Bloodwind Keep for that matter. That cracks me up. It's pretty entertaining. Okay, let's end our turn again and kind of work our way back into position of dominance. Feel like we are doing well. We're just getting stronger now. Again, though, I'm being optimistic. I like to be optimistic where I can. There are a lot of enemies still left in this world, and we don't know exactly what's going to come at us. I do think we have made it through, probably through the worst part of the apocalypse here, which is awesome. I've never tried this on a legendary campaign with every in-game scenario turned on. Now, that said, Cathay is probably a pretty easy faction to go through this with compared to others. I could be wrong. There may be others that are easier. But I feel like Cathay, if you're going to take on a legendary campaign, I think Cathay is a good one. They focus on range already, and range is supremely powerful in legendary settings. And so just having that is probably a real big benefit. I think we can go ahead and retake Knobbly Gorge.
Spread the Emperor's words.
I crave.
I get a double reinforcement there. I
Lord of
can't
Yin
see it.
and Yang. An offense to my bloodline.
Yes, they're going to reinforce me against Telman Gorst. He's probably going to flee.
Come on.
Not a bad choice, Gorst. We need to...
Dragon-blooded Shugunga.
If I attack
desert
here, I'm
alchemist.
not getting
Natural
reinforcements.
authority. Wind
So we need
shape.
to
Shenyang
move those
shows the
guys
way.
up. Now we're going to get reinforced.
Retribution.
Okay. And we're going to get another easy auto-resolve victory here. We got here enables magic attacks. Might be good on Tiger? No, he's already got one, so let's put it on one of them. Alright, let's go ahead and auto-resolve this. Take some cash at the end of the episode here. Nice little cash infusion. Gonna reoccupy Knobbly Gorge and clear it of Vampire Taint. Then give Mount Thug back to the guts.
The dragons will be proud. Many
I'm gonna
feats,
move
one
up as
purpose.
close as I can to all these armies. I want them to be in reinforcing range of each other. They should be. So yeah, that's gonna pretty much give us a solid episode here. We got a Wujing War Compass. That's nice because that gives us a whole bunch of bound spells. I'd love to move forward with this army, but it is only one, and so we have to be very cautious with that army because it's moving alone, and we know the dangers of moving alone in a world. Ooh, whoa, 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 whoa. Interesting. Karaka Zorn. Are they chasing chaos?
Do you take me for a Wazek?
I do take you for a Wazeg.
Not disgrace
Can we not
my
even,
ancestors.
like, see what they're up against here? Where's Karaka Zorn? I was trying to... Yeah, he's definitely... Well, he's fighting against the Heralds of the Tempest. He does not appear to be at war with the war host of the Apocalypse, which is rather strange. You can't make peace with these guys, can you? No, you can't even... It says you can't even negotiate with them. Yeah, see, I knew not to allow that, because it'll make it easier to kind of fix all that. Karak Kadrin, we can't negotiate with them either. It's funny, because they actually like us, and the relationship's improving, but we can't negotiate. In fact, a lot of these dwarves at the moment like us. We would have to stomp them out of our way, though, if they do get in our way, because there's no way for us to negotiate with them in terms of being able to win. Alright, so we finished the recruitment of the Celestial Dragon crossbows. We've got 3 Celestial Dragon Guard on the way here. And it would be good to get more.
Weakness is not
Get rid of
tolerated.
some of these units and just
When
go ahead
Miao
and
Ying
stick
asks,
more of those on the
you
recruiting.
answer.
So in 2 turns, we're going to have 7 Celestial Dragon guard in Miao Ying's army. Some of them are recruiting at rank 8, which is really spectacular.
And?
Okay. Looking good, looking good. We've got a little bit of cash. We could do some more building here, like maybe go ahead and upgrade Taizu again after Grimgor left it sacked. Jingpo's rebuilding, so we got more gemstones out of it. That's nice. Kunlan is upgrading. Aichai here. We can upgrade this, take some more income. Get that ready in case we need to raise an army there. We'll have some decent units to choose from. We can upgrade that income. Upgrade our defense here, and then I'll probably do one more upgrade there with that income, and then we'll just let things play out. So, looking good. We've retaken Nobly Gorge. We've pushed forward a little bit in terms of our military advance. We might be getting a battle soon with the Dawi, which is honestly a little frightening. You don't want to underestimate those stubborn little dwarves. They are quite dangerous. Let's go ahead, take care of any skill points.
Iron Dragon.
Logistician. Let's do Woundmaker. I'm gonna make the Iron Dragon very potent.
Of iron.
Alright, there we go. More unassigned skill
Celestial
points.
ancestors.
We got Quartermaster, Great Bastion Alert. Talons of the Night would be nice. Let's go ahead and work to that. We'll get Quartermaster later,
A tool
because we're not
worthy
dying
of a
for
giant.
cash at the moment.
Child of the Nine.
Okay, spread control looks good. Building upgrades available, but we're not going to do that at the moment. Alright, let's end our turn. We're currently out of balance just a hair. Got an Undercity at Shenyang. We need to take care of that. But other than that, I think I'm pretty much done for this episode. I think this one was a good success. We built ourselves stronger. We started to push outward. We defeated Grimgor. We defeated multiple Caravan of Blue Roses armies. I would say that the interior of Cathay is once again secure. The wall is quite secure at the moment. Miao Ying is becoming more powerful. So we're going to have a very potent offensive weapon with her army here soon. And we'll have hopefully a couple of very potent armies to come. It's like at least Archaon did not attack that army up in the mountains. I don't blame him. Like coming into 2 armies would be rather insane. The dwarves did not attack me there either. So looks like both of them fell back on our entry to the mountains. Let's go to that Undercity. It's not going to save my game here, but I'm going to go ahead and destroy this anyway. Hopefully I'll remember to the next time. Hope you all enjoyed this one. I will see you all soon with some more action in the Miao Ying campaign.